starting my YouTube channel and what I learned the hard way. I started my YouTube channel, a few years ago. What are we in, 2025 right now? So I started my YouTube channel probably about 3 years ago. So I was all excited about starting my YouTube channel because I wanted to share information. I'd been on Fiverr, Fiverr, for a bit of time, and I had made a little bit of money on Fiverr. Where is my thing? I'd made a little bit of money on Fiverr. Let's see what I make. Here we go. Can you see that? Oops. Almost $10,000. Going on 10, hopefully 11, 12, and continuing on as a voiceover artist. But that doesn't, mean you have to be a voiceover artist. But let me continue my story. So I was on Fiverr making a little bit of money, and I said, you know what? I want to share this Fiverr. Is it a best kept secret? So others can take advantage of Fiverr and perhaps make some money on Fiverr too, because I love to share. I've been a career counselor for over 20 years. I've helped a lot of individuals achieve the success and whatever it is that they're looking to achieve relative to work. So I did my homework. I got on YouTube and I was sharing information. I created all these wonderful videos, spent a lot of time and energy creating all these wonderful videos, paid individuals to help me set up my YouTube channel, create whatever it is that I needed to create, my logo and all of this. And, I was paying folks and plus spending a lot of time creating what I consider as invaluable videos, because I'm not just going to throw anything together, just junk just to have it out there. No, I spent a lot of time, I said, because individuals can make money and, and I just want to show them and give them a guide on how I made money on Fiverr and so on. Okay, so I spent I was working full time at the time. No, was I working? Yeah, and I was working a little bit. I wasn't working totally full time, but nonetheless, I'm busy, and so I would very diligently begin to make videos. So I made probably over the course of maybe a year, I made about 50 videos. So I'm thinking, okay, I made my videos and I put all my time and energy and love into my videos because I want to share and want other folks to know about Fiverr and possibly make some money. And because, there's a lot of us out here who want to, we're entrepreneurial types, freelancer types, and we want to be our own boss and we want to make our own money. We got a lot of talents and certificates and experience and skills. So anyway, I put together, my YouTube channel and I created about 50 videos. I'm watching, I'm waiting. Okay, where's my folks? Who's coming to watch my videos? Okay, I'm watching, I'm waiting. This is over a period of time. It wasn't happening. I thought, first I was like, okay, well, just give it some time and pretty soon, things will kind of, ignite, in terms of, I'll get some traction. Well, I kept posting. And after a while, I said, I'm not gonna do this. I don't know how other folks make money or how folks get all these folks to come to their site, but it is not happening for me, and I am putting all this time and energy and effort into it, and I'm exhausted. So guess what I did? I stopped. I said, no, let me try something else, because I'm a serial entrepreneur, and always, this is my mantra, you can't keep a good woman down, so I was thinking, well, what am I going to do, this YouTube thing. Okay, fast forward, 2024. I started reflecting. I love YouTube. I like YouTube. There's a lot of good information on YouTube. People got all kind of information for no cost, and it's a great platform to gather information. Any answers you want, somebody's created a video for it. So anyway, I was thinking about YouTube in 24 and thinking about how I had started this channel and put so much energy into it. And I was thinking about it for a couple of months, and I said, I put all this energy into it and effort, and I didn't delete it. So I said, let me just go back and revisit it and see if I can breathe some life into it, So I did, and I looked at it, and I consulted with a few freelancers who I needed, because I needed, if I was going to reestablish it, I needed some support, some technical support. So I thought about it. I said, well, I don't know if I really want to do that. I don't know if I'm up for this or not. So fast forward, I said, you know what? I put all this effort and energy. I know what I have. The information I have can be of value to individuals who are looking for work, both offline and online. I have been a career counselor for over 20 years. I'm a very sincere person. I love to share information to help individuals achieve whatever goals, work-related, they are or business-related, entrepreneurial-related, that they are trying to achieve. That's who I am. That's in my DNA. So, lesson I learned, what I learned the hard way, is YouTube is not an overnight success. I know we see individuals who got all these thousands of, subscribers. And sometimes, individuals, if they're a celebrity or whatever, I don't know, or otherwise, they hit the jackpot, so to speak. And they get all these thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers. But for me, I said, well, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not well known in that instance. And I'm not whatever people do, whatever site they have where they, go viral overnight. What I realized, the lesson I learned is you have to get in there and stay in there. Get in there and be consistent. Get in there and stay focused on your goal. Get in there and don't stop. Get in there and keep your eye on the prize. Get in there and dream big. Get in there and work hard. Get in there and never give up. So what I said to myself is, the lesson I've learned the hard way, if I give up, then obviously I'm not going to be successful. So I said I said it to my niece, because she and I are kindred spirits relative to being an entrepreneur. I said, you know what? I'm gonna breathe some life into my YouTube channel. The one I put all that energy into, and I stopped. I said, what I've learned is you have to be consistent. You got to keep going. You create a niche, and you look at your analytics and see which videos hit in terms of getting reviews and people commenting, and then you go from there and say, okay, well, I see a lot of people really like da-da-da-da-da, whereas I said something about da-da-da-da, I created a video on this, and I didn't get very many at all, so I'm going to focus on, the video, the subject matter of the video where I got a lot of likes, or whether I got a lot of reviews, or I got a lot of comments. So the lesson I learned is you have to be consistent in posting. And what I do, and I've said this in other videos, is I batch. So some people create videos every day for YouTube or twice a day. I'm not going to do that. I have other things I need to do. So what I do is I just dedicate, like this whole weekend, this is the weekend for me, I have dedicated the last couple of days and maybe even tomorrow evening for creating videos, and then for YouTube videos, and then I can go on YouTube, post them, and schedule them. So right now I'm scheduled all the way through July with videos. So once I reach my goal after tomorrow evening, I'm going to relax, because I will be mid-July with all of the videos that I have created and scheduled, and that's what I like about YouTube. So I have learned that YouTube is not an overnight success. I learned that the hard way. I stopped, spent a lot of money with individuals helping me with their services, a lot of time and energy. I just said, you know what, I'm giving up. I can't do it. I can't do it. Now I have whatever stamina I need. I have the understanding that I need, and I know what I need to do. I've listened to other YouTubers who have been successful, and each and every one of them say, you got to post, you got to post, you got to keep going, you got to keep going. It's like running a race, and you feel like, oh, when am I going to the finish line? Well, if you stop, you're never going to get to the finish line. So that's the lesson I've learned the hard way. I'm thinking I could just go on YouTube like I did when I first started, and, they're just going to come running. I'm going to get all these views and subscribers and all. I got a few subscribers, but it wasn't enough to make a difference. So the lesson I learned is You got to stay with it. You got to stick it out, you know? And it's not always going to be like, oh, I just really feel like doing a video. That's why I say I do batches so I can free up my time so I don't feel like every day I got to, do a video. Well, that works for some people, but it's not my cup of tea. So anyway, if you're thinking about getting on YouTube or you're already on YouTube, just think about what I said about being consistent and posting and keep your eye on the prize. Like, okay, this is where I want to be, and I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep doing what I need to do relative to YouTube and create, get the niche and look at analytics and all of that to help me as a guidepost to say what my viewers like, what they're spending time on, and not just throw in the towel and think, well, I created, so many videos and everybody's supposed to come running. I'm committed to this. I just can't wait till I just, what they call tip, and then I can look back and say, whoa, I made it. I stuck it out. So that's what you have to do with YouTube, I discovered. You got to stick it out for the long run. And I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. My name is Maria. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I always get back to my people. I love to share. And I can't wait to hear your comment. Alrighty. So I'm going to close for now. And I hope to see you at the top, because that's where I hang out. Alright. Bye-bye for now. Maria signing off. Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. I have a lot of other wonderful videos that would be of value to you relative to finding work online and offline as well, and lots of tips in between. Alrighty. Bye-bye for now.